What's going on? Z-Man the Tech here, and I want to thank you for tuning in to Snowly Games. As always, I appreciate you very much. And today, we're going to hop into some TMNT, the Cowabunga Collection. Um, Actually picked it up about a day after it launched. And yeah, I've been thoroughly pleased with the presentation, everything that was basically brought about in this game. Let's check this intro out. Okay, not the original intro, but licensing and things like that. I'm sure is probably an issue. I don't know, or maybe that person's not around anymore. The original, singer. I don't know, but yeah, that's fine. Um, but yeah, Cowabunga Collection. Let's go ahead and get it in. All right. So as soon as we jump in, we have games, online, local play, Turtles layer, and options. Let's take a look at the options real quick. Okay, we got our credits, so we can check out the folks that put in the time to make this compilation a thing. We have language. Let's see what languages are supported here. Okay, pretty cool. And Rumble off. Let's turn Rumble on. I like Rumble. Okay, and yeah. So we know what games, online, and local play are. Because I want to say that local play is most likely wireless local, with other folks that have the game on their Switch, you can play wirelessly. Let's just test that theory real quick. I wonder if all of them are. So we have Turtles, Turtles in Time, Tournament Fighters. We got Hyperstone Heist. Yeah. Okay, so these are the only ones available on wireless local. Right, we have online. I know there's only certain ones available for that too. So let's take a look at that. All right, Turtles, Turtles in Time, Tournament Fighters, Hyperstone Heist. That's interesting. So Hyperstone Heist is available, but not the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time. I mean, I don't know. It's a bit of a debate, like between the Super Nintendo version and the arcade. Of course, the arcade supports 4 players, and it has a decently more lengthy. It's the length is a little bit better than the original Turtles game, but I want to say that there's definitely some differences in the levels and styles of play within the Super Nintendo one. So for that not to be online is very interesting, especially when Hyperstone Heist is. I don't know, that's very interesting. But anywho, we know where the games are, so I'm gonna check Turtles Lair really quick. Search. Oh, there's a okay. Well, that's really cool. That's actually very helpful. You can just search more quickly with this menu here, like filters and whatnot. So advertisement, game box, catalog, media kit. This is cool. I kind of want to just venture around on my own though. Let's see. So we have strategy guide. So I want to say that every game has a strategy guide in this compilation. So while you're playing each game, you can literally pause it and open up the strategy guide. To figure out how to defeat bosses and things like that. Very awesome. I really do appreciate this attention to detail and the inclusion just in general. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, this is really cool. So I wonder if this is like a shortened version or are they all just kind of like one card. Tournament Fighters. Use final attack in story mode by unlocking ultimate attack moves. Press. Oh, so there's a cheat code. What? Get out of here. What? No. Get out of here. Okay, so 10 credits. High speed 3. New versus mode levels. Before starting a new game, jump into the enhancements menu and turn the extra versus stages option on. Now you can throw down anywhere you want. That's cool. That is so cool. Okay, I didn't realize this was a thing. Alright, so play as bosses. Okay. Unlock boss characters Karai and Rat King in versus mode by pressing X up, Y left, B down, A right, X up. Asuka will say, Yatane. Karai and Rat King will now appear as you cycle through the character. That's so cool. I never knew about these codes. This is so cool. Okay, so that's really cool. It's a lot to remember. But I guess you gotta take a snapshot of it or something and then type it in while you're there in the game. That's so cool. So it's actually more of a cheat sheet as well. That's cool. Okay. So you got the moves list here. I was kind of hoping about that because I was wondering how that would work. Roto cutter, endless screw. We got shining cutter. Okay. Millennium wave. Okay, so the ultimate attack is just fierce punch, fierce kick for everybody, pretty much. Looks like. Yeah, that's pretty simple. It's a relatively simple game too. This one, it only is like a 4-button game. So anyway, I get lost in this stuff, y'all. So strategy guide's awesome. I really do appreciate that detail. I'm gonna back out of that for now. We got boxes and manuals. Game boxes, game manuals. Man, this is beautiful. I love this. It's such a simple thing, but I really like that. So you got front and back. Oh, it's got the Japanese ones too. That's really cool. Oh, the arcade game on NES. Classic stuff. Not nearly as good as its counterpart, but but yeah, it's really, it was a cool version to have. Because, you know, before you could only play the arcade in the arcade during that time, so it was kind of unheard of, besides emulation, but I'm sure that came a little later for arcade emulation too. Man, this is cool. Okay, so, and we got the manuals. But can you see all the pages in the manual though? Oh, get out of town. Okay, I love it. I love it. This is cool. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, I know I've been kind of like gushing over all the extra content. I'm gonna get into the game here. There will be a timestamp, so you probably would have already saw the timestamp at this point at the bottom of the video there. But this is amazing. This is amazing. All right. So ads and catalogs. Catalogs and media kits. This is incredible. Like I'm gonna leave a good bit of this for you to kind of like, you know, navigate through, see how you like it and stuff. Animated shows. I think it's just the stills. Unfortunately, I don't think there's actually. Yeah. Sadly, there's no clips, but you know that would have been cool. But I know I'm sure the licensing and everything like that may have required more work. But behind the scenes, music, and then each one has their own soundtrack that you can kind of look through. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan. Every game has its own soundtrack that you can kind of play through. This pretty great. Yeah, this is how you do like retro game preservation. Like this to me, if companies put together stuff like this, I mean, it's not gonna keep people from doing emulation, you know, but it's worth supporting the original, you know, companies and stuff like that, and the ones that help make this possible as well. To have everything all in one place, you know, especially when you can play it on the go like this on Switch. I think that's a really cool thing. So, anywho, we're gonna hop into the games here. I'm gonna play just a few minutes of each one, kind of give you an idea of how it runs, everything like that. Okay. And you can change the region. I'm not going to do all that. It does support the opposite, the Japanese region as well. If you, you know what I'm saying, if you want to go ahead and kind of see the difference. But, yeah, we'll start with Turtles here, the original. And it's cool because it allows you to select the turtle before you start the game. Since the original coin-op games, whichever slot that you jumped in on was that turtle. So, yeah, if you just play just as the default would be Leonardo, but this one gives you the choice. So I think that's really cool. I'm gonna go with Donnie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Awesome. Okay. Let's hit if you hit the right shoulder button or R, it gives you some options that you can kind of mess with. So here's that strategy guide I mentioned before. And per game, it pulls up that specific strategy guide. So it's pretty awesome. You don't have to go searching for it. Shows you the controls. Pretty much just going to be Y and B. And we can rewind with the left shoulder button, which is pretty cool. So if something crazy happens or something really cheap, you want to kind of roll it back a little bit. It's limited as far as you can go back, but as long as you do it immediately during that moment you got jacked up, you should be pretty good. So we can set it to full, wide, which is going to be stretched. I'm not a fan of that, or original. And then we have filters and the border as well. So let's check that border really quick. Okay, yeah, I like that. So we'll keep everything as full as we can. Now I'm pretty sure with full, it kind of just literally zooms in. So actually, your nice little bezel there kind of gets pushed to the side, unfortunately. So I'm not a big fan of that, but it at least makes the image bigger to where it fills the screen but keeps the same aspect ratio. So it's really up to you. It's to each his own how they want to deal with that. But I'll keep that original for now, and that way we can see the awesome bezel artwork and everything like that. Filter, we can do TV filter. Not too bad. Monitor.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell.
Oh yeah, see, I don't like that one. Not a fan of that one. LCD. Yeah, even more pixelated. Oh, that's funky looking. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave bezels off or filters off, and then keep it on original. Let's get this thing going here. Oh, and you can save states and things like that too. So yeah, you literally just press the start button to put coins in, and then you the B button is how to jump into the game. Turtle power. All right. All right, and I'm using the 8-bit Do controller, the Super Nintendo modeled one. Figured since there's some SNES games on here, it would feel pretty good. I usually, for this kind of a game, I typically do the arcade stick though, but I figured I would, we're just gonna rock with the 8-bit Do right now. So that way, when I play Turtle Tournament Fighters, it'll be like I remember. But I'm pretty sure with an arcade stick, it would feel right at home. And the fact that it's actually a what do you call it? It's a 4-button fighter at its core. I think that's really cool. Like it's simplistic enough, and the inputs actually read pretty well. So I think a stick would actually work pretty good with that. For those quarter circle movements, there's pretty much just those kind of moves, really. I hate these things. I hate them. Alright, if I remember correctly, this one you can't run, so. Oh yeah, there's that dude with the gun. I freaking hate that guy. He's gonna come up pretty soon. Okay, the vibrations that they added are pretty subtle. You know, nothing too crazy. But I'm glad they're there, you know, and then you could turn it off and on, so. Oh. The gun guy's not there. Maybe that was Turtles in Time. I can't remember. It's been a while. I mean, I recently played these, but I get them mixed up. Oh, I forgot he anti-airs you. Come on, dude. Okay. Yeah. But there you have it. Okay. And it looks like you can pretty much jump in at any time. I think when you do, it gives the player an option to choose a turtle just like it did in the beginning, which is pretty awesome. So, all right. So, just you got to get used to pressing the right shoulder button as your pause menu. That's going to take some getting used to, I guess. But once you remember, you'll be fine. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and save state. Boom. Game data has been saved. Load. Pretty awesome. Yeah. So save and load states works good. But yeah, we'll go ahead and quit game. All right, we'll jump into Turtles in Time. Yeah, for those that watch my arcade and chill series, you know, you saw that I recently played through these, so I'm not gonna play too long or anything like that. I kind of just want to show you how this stuff runs. Well, that song is the original, which is good. Okay.
Let's get shell. Let's get shell.
Let's throw a few in there and keep it moving.
This is April O'Neil reporting.
Hey, Krang! Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
Oh yeah. Yeah, this game was leaps and bounds in improvement. Just the animations, everything. Okay. And yeah, for those that are curious, you can also use the analog stick if you prefer that, you know. I know a lot of folks, you know, that are used to playing the arcade typically lean more towards the stick. I know the analog movements just seem to be, you know, more user friendly. Especially for folks jumping back into it after a long time, and they, you know, are used to playing it on arcade. Yeah, but
Pizza time.
but yeah, pretty sweet. So yeah, we'll fight Baxter, and then we'll move on to the next game. Keep me in the back of the head. Oh, the disrespect. Come here.
Prepare to die.
No. Tearing me up, and they don't even get hit by that. It's jacked up, man. Yeah, I'm definitely more used to playing this with the arcade stick, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, the button layout is that of like the Super Nintendo, so it feels right at home. just like using this 8-bit though Super Nintendo controller.
Pizza time.
Ah, that freaking sticky hand. Dang. You gonna laugh at me though? Alright. Bruh, chill. I don't want it. Get away from me. There we go.
Cowabunga! Alley Cat Blues.
Alley Cat Blues. Alright. It's funny. Just sliding across the ground there. Alright, I'm going to save state. Come back to that later. Alright, so we got the Super Nintendo Turtles in time. There definitely is a distinct difference, especially like the further you get into it. Like the mode 7, the use of mode 7 and some of the levels, you know, it gets pretty cool. Again, I mean, I just literally played through Turtles in Time, so I don't know. I mean, I'll show it off. It's not a huge deal. I mean, we want to see how, you know, the Super Nintendo games fare on here. Got the MIDI versions, yes. And the 16-bit sprites. Just a lot of nostalgia, man. And it's really cool to be able to have this in a modern format. Because the price of this game for the physical right now is absurd. Like, people are charging an arm and a leg for this game. And it's really sad, you know, that I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth it, but I mean, for the price that they're asking, it is kind of ridiculous. Let's go to options real quick. So there is a versus mode too, which is pretty cool. All right, so continues. Okay, the higher the difficulty, the more continues they give you. I see. We'll keep it at normal. It gets pretty challenging, this game. Rest. That's how many lives you start off with, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll start off with 7. Player dash auto. Yeah, because I think there was a certain button you can use to initiate the sprinting. Unlike the arcade version, it just goes kind of automatic by default. I know Hyperstone Heist automatically had that as a thing. I don't think there is an auto setting. But I could be wrong. We'll check that in a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna leave everything on. Back attack, we'll keep that on. Stereo, color mode, animation, or comic. I know the comic one's a little bit darker. It's cool they give you an option for that though. But we'll just kind of give you an expectation. Here we go. Yeah, let's get it. My voice cracked. We're gonna go with Donnie because, you know, if you give me the option, I'm gonna choose Donnie. Donnie's my guy. Donnie's my guy. Okay. Yeah, just looking at the similarities and differences, you know, I think they did a pretty good job with the conversion. Even though it's only 2 players and everything like that, you know, they made up for it with all the extra content, like the extra levels and stuff like that. You know, flexing the use of the Super Nintendo there, what it can do. I'll tell you what, this one's like it controls a little more solid too. So I really do like the approach they took with this one. Yeah, it's much more smooth. It's the controls are much more tighter. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this version. Again, because of that reason of how expensive it is for the physical copy right now. So, I mean, this game alone and Tournament Fighters to me is like part of the main reason to grab this compilation as far as the games go. But as far as the presentation, with everything they give you, like the cheat sheet strategy guide and the you know, the what do you call it? Yeah, cheat sheet strategy guide and the full like soundtrack for every game, like sound test basically. Just amazing stuff. I'll say with this difficulty level, there definitely is a difference. Like the fact that you can actually choose it. I'm not sure if it has like dip switch settings for the arcade versions, to where you can change the difficulty on the arcade versions, but you know, you can definitely tell there's a difference in this normal mode of the SNES version. So. That's right. You have to kind of stretch that jump out a little bit and then start swinging to. Oh. It's kind of hard to tell, like, oh, I guess you got to go by the shadow, yeah. Ah. Oh, yeah, he has a lot less health. All right, it's cool that you can actually see their health meter as opposed to the arcade version. Kind of have to go by, you know, how much they're flashing red. So yeah, having a good indicator of how close you are to defeating them is pretty nice. Try not to get hit by that thing, but I'm like missing him horribly. Yeah, I really like the bezel too. If you keep the screen size on normal, like seeing the really cool bezel artwork is really nice to see as well. All right, cool. And like just the MIDI versions of these songs are like, it's just very catchy. Like, I love it. The sound chip in the SNES was amazing. All right, so we will. Yeah, screen size original. That's what I was meant to say. So keeping it at original is pretty nice. Yeah, we'll save state and move on to the next. Okay, Tournament Fighters, let's go. Take a break from the beat 'em ups here, and we'll showcase this Tournament Fighters here. All right, let's check these options. All right, we'll keep the game level at 3. Game time, we'll put infinite. Game speed, we have normal and high speed 1 and 2. But as we saw in the strategy guide, there's a few codes we can type in to get more options for this stuff. High speed 3 is insanely fast, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, honestly, high speed 2 is pretty up there. And facing a CPU or just a player that knows what they're doing makes it incredibly difficult. Yeah, I guess we'll put 5 credits in since it gives us an option. Yeah, we'll leave everything else the same. All right, let's jump in the tournament. And again, we didn't have the ability to save states back in the day. So you kind of just had to play all the way through, or just, you know, pause the game until you're ready to continue, sort of a deal. But I'm going to go with Leo. I know I usually pick Donnie, but I'm going to go with Leo just because I know his moveset a little better. And I kind of like his arsenal. The only other one that I probably would pick over him would be Mikey, because he plays more like a Shoto. He has like you know, he's got the DPs and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll go with Leo here. So this is gonna feel right at home with the SNES controller here. I'm very happy to get this going here. I mean, it's not very logical as far as it, you know, when it comes to, you know, how the universe works. But it's just, it'd be really absurd for something like this to happen. I don't know, like a tournament, like where everybody's winning a whole bunch of money and stuff. I don't know, it's just really crazy. But it's a very solid fighting game. Okay, so he's got anti-airs. Oh my god, I did the anti-air. What? No. My DP didn't work. Oh no. Man, he is tearing me up. Okay, there it is. Yeah, he is not having that. He's like, I see you try to anti-air, but I'm not gonna give it to you. Alright, we're just gonna build meter then, since you want to be like that. Ah! Yeah, that stretchy leg thing is ridiculous. Ah! He interrupted my special. It took so long to get it. Ah! Okay. It's been a while since I played this, y'all. We're gonna at least we gotta beat Chrome Dome, man. We can't let him do this to us like this. Really love this soundtrack on this level in particular. One of my favorite songs in the game. So yeah, all I'm doing is just building meter here so I can try to oh dang, he's tearing me up. Nah. Bruh, come on, man. There we go. Where'd he go? Oh. Okay. Got the ultimate. He's out. Okay. I don't care if it's by chip damage. We won. I'll take what I can get. He was real aggressive in that first match. You know, that first round. I'm like, what's going on with this? All right, let's finish this out, and I'll swap to the next game. That move just doesn't seem very practical. I don't know. I can't really seem to land it well. No. All right. Oh no. Nah, bro. Don't do it. It's over. Nope. No! Nah, bro. We gonna rewind that. I should be dead already, realistically. Woo! See, the privilege of rewinding. It's just kind of broken. You know, it is what it is. But, yeah. Alright. We'll save state here. There, we got Hyperstone Heist. Very similar to Turtles in Time, but it's definitely kind of its own jam. I like the artwork they chose too for this one. Definitely more in line with the comics. Okay, 5. Okay, so it actually lets you control the continues outside of the difficulty level, which is cool. Back attack. Okay, so color mode is automatically again on anime. So we have comic and anime on this one too. Okay, and a sound test. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna hop in as Donnie. You know. Yeah, this intro is definitely different. Man, that Shredder looks sick. Man, we start off in the sewers in this one. Man, I forgot about that. Let's see. I don't know. Did we still? Let's see. Okay, so the run button is actually X. It's a little bit of extra work to do, but that's just how this game pretty much ran. It automatically used, you know, I mean, for a 3-button system, you know, they made use of all the buttons, you know, so. And if you wanted the Turtles in Time SNES version to have a run button, you could definitely do that. So it's kind of up to you. Yeah, me and my brother played through this game together on my first arcade machine that I built. I was so excited. Like, I was like, man, you know, I had was using a kind of a pre-build computer board that pretty much was designed to run emulation for, you know, classic arcade and Genesis. And then I later, you know, eventually went to Raspberry Pi, which is much better. I was able to do a lot more with it. But when I first built it, that's what I had to work with, you know. So, but yeah, it was really cool to kind of play through this game together, and on my first ever arcade machine I built. And actually, my dad helped as well with the cutting of the wood and everything, because I am no carpenter by any means. I just helped design it. And you know, it's rough around the edges too. It's not even really complete. It's still sort of a Oh my god, kill this guy. I freaking hate these so bad. Okay, but yeah, it's rough around the edges. I don't know if I have any pictures of it, but if I ever find them, I'll probably might put them on the Twitter or something. I don't know. Still working on trying to get a Discord server together for the channel. It's long overdue, so I'll be working on that at some point too. And that's definitely a good place to share stuff like that. I like the direction this game goes though. Like the transition between the levels actually makes sense. I like the way they did that. But yeah, Hyperstone Heist was another one that's a little up there in price. I don't think it's worth as much. If you're trying to get it complete, like CIB probably, but it's not nearly as expensive as Turtles in Time on SNES, but it's up there. Another great one to have. So. Oh, that pizza was a trap. I forgot all about that. I ran straight through too. Because I should have waited till more came out. I like how they adopted the basically the SNES layout for the buttons, though. It makes total sense. I was wondering how they were going to do that, because I am used to playing it like on the actual Genesis controller with that layout, but it actually worked pretty well. It makes the levels seem a little longer, though. I mean, maybe they actually are. I don't know. Like the transitions between so many different, like being in the sewers and being up top. Like, I want to say this one does have longer levels. I think. I have to look that up. Should be getting pretty close to that boss, though. Oh. Alright, let me get that pizza. No, don't move me. Oh, it moved me. Oh. Oh, man. The auto-scrolling took my ability to grab that pizza. That's rough. That's rough, man. Oh. Damn, we fighting this guy already? I forgot about that. You're too immature to hang with me. I mean, we are teenagers. Oh. Okay, again, I like how they have the light bar in this version as well. I figure out how to dodge that. Yes, as soon as he goes into that crawl animation, like, you're automatically hit. Okay, so 4 hits is the max. Freaking knife, man. Ugh. Been beaten by a bunch of Teenage Turtles. Oh. Alright, cool. Scene 2. A mysterious ghost ship. Wow, okay. Yeah, this game is pretty awesome. Alright, so, we'll save. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you as much as I can from each, game. Show you what to expect. This is the Tournament Fighters on the Genesis. It is a much different game. Completely different developer. It's a little funky. It's a little clunky. But it's still a really cool game. They give you access to different characters, so it's kind of like... It's cool to have both versions, to be honest, because they're completely different games. Round 3 continues. 7. Okay. Alright. I'm going to be terrible at this, so don't expect anything great. Ray, April, which I think is actually Asuka. What is his name? Sisyphus? I don't know. Got Casey Jones in this one. Alright, let's see what we can do. Granted, this is I want to say it's a 3-button game, so I wonder how they did this. I'm curious to see how it's going to work out. Bioplanet? Yeah, I guess I didn't realize you can choose. Clone Leo, okay. Oh, wow, okay. So X is actually taunt. I want to say the only attack buttons are Y and B. Okay. So quarter circle back B is the little wave there. And quarter circle forward Y is the spinning attack. Ah, oh, dang. It's not that bad. It's just it's a much slower game too. I want to say they have the NES version as well, which I've never played. I heard that one has like some pretty cool mechanic that's actually a little different. Like some sort of a ball that you can hit towards the other player. Oh, okay, so down forward, or quarter circle forward, B does the spinning as well. So okay, so it's either button. You can perform the specials with either button. I'm guessing one's just, I don't know, it's very interesting. Instant replays? What? No, I don't want to see how I lost. That's new. Yeah, I'm not very good at this one, so we're going to keep this one short. Alright, I'm not even going to save that one. Okay. Oh, this is the NES version. I'm like, what? I already played this. There is a cool feature with the NES versions that I do want to test out. Man, Manhattan Project was the best though. It's like the most solid one on there on NES. But yeah, we'll hop into this one here. The music was really good though in this game. I mean, despite how difficult it was. Okay, so apparently there's supposed to be a way you can take off the flicker. That was present in the NES titles. I don't see that here though, so I'm trying to figure out where that is. Strategy guide, controls. We still got rewind and everything like that too, but original filter. That's interesting because I did see that that was a thing. I need to figure out how to get to that. Freaking ran me over, dude. Alright, I go with Mikey. I guess just go in here? Yeah, okay. Man, I haven't played this in so freaking long. Let's rewind. How do you change the flicker? I heard that was a thing. Alright, let's save it real quick. I need to find that. I think it might have been, let's see. Enhancements. There it is. It's okay. So you can change the slowdown and the sprite flicker. So remove it and remove it. There we go. Now let's go back into it. Load our game. Yeah. So no slowdown and no flicker. Amazing. It definitely helps enhance the game, but to make it a little more playable, but it's still a very difficult game. So I think I could have just jumped from the bottom. Yeah. Got a pretty high jump there. Oh. Oh, we find the boss already? Oh. Nice. I'll tell you what, though. I thought it was interesting that the MS-DOS version of this game was technically unbeatable because of it was an issue with the distance of some platforming on one of the sewer levels. Like, you legit can't get any further in the game. So I thought that was like, so that technically makes this version the better version. Oh, dang. There's a lot of enemies down there. This is ridiculous. Oh, I got boomerangs? What? Oh. It's a timer too. Actually, could be a benefit here. Oh. Oh my god. There we go. Just snatched her up. You're going here? Okay. I don't know. It's not nearly as bad as I remember. I mean, it definitely, like I said, it's not an easy game, but I had kind of like fond memories of the game for the most part. But it will aggravate you. I'll tell you that. So you can't even get up there. This is ridiculous. Yet you have to take hits to even, yeah. It's like, do I even have to be in there? Like, I just kind of want to do the sewer parts. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here. And I think you have to change the enhancements for each one. Set starting level. Oh, cool. So you can, that's pretty cool. So it actually gives you different options per game. Sprite flicker. Easy menu navigation. God mode. Oh, extra lives. Fancy jump kicks. Pretty cool. I've never messed with that stuff, so I have to kind of like give it some time. Man, I played a lot of this on NES back in the day. I still have my copy, actually. I remember the collision not being too great in this game, though. So, like, when you're, like, really trying to fight, like, they always got at least a couple hits in on you. Like, and you can just be flurrying the attack button, and they still find an opening. Like, it's crazy. I love the chiptune version of the music too. So good in this version. But yeah, being able to turn flicker off and slowdown off. This is great. So this is the kind of stuff we like, man. Like, but I mean, and the options there. If you want to keep it original, you can definitely do that. You know, so that's pretty cool. I kind of wish that was an option in the Castlevania collection, anniversary collection, because you know, for the NES version. Yeah, Pizza Hut thing's gone. It's got some kind of window there now. Or monitor, I guess. Not really sure what that is. Oh. Forgot, I got this jump kick. I need to... In this game, you had to kind of spam jump kick. But it was like... You had to time it just right, though. Or else you're just going to keep missing. But for the sprite work, it's actually not bad for an 8-bit game. Like, not bad at all. Like the fire down there, it's pretty sweet. Bruh, come on, man. Dang, leave me alone. Yeah, some of these take a little while to actually get to the boss. So, like I said, I just kind of want to showcase as many little pieces of each game as I can. Definitely extending the time here quite a bit because they're actually I completely forgot. There's at least 13 games on here. So, yeah. All right, Manhattan Project. Jump right on in. Again, this is like the best version to play on NES, and it's another one of those really expensive ones if you're trying to collect for it right now for the physical. All right, we're gonna skip through all this so we can get to the game. Is it down? Oh, it's down. Okay, you can flip them manually with the and they die like in one hit, like just by pressing down and attack. It's freaking amazing. I imagine that makes this game like so much easier to speed run. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot to take the weird flickering thing off. But that's fine. Play it in its original form. I don't mind. I'd have to back all the way out anyway to do it. Man, they were just chilling at the beach, man, and they had to go fight, you know? But then again, what beach were they at to where they can just be out? I guess by that time, you know, everybody knew about the turtles. Key West. Alright, so we're going to save it here. Alright, Tournament Fighters for the NES. I never played it on NES. But to have a fighting game back then, yeah. It's pretty cool. Infinite is an option. Okay. Versus player, versus computer. Or you can do story. Okay. We'll go story. Don versus Leo. So no input commands. All right, you can jump with up and everything like that. Okay, we got throws. Let's go. Oh, okay. So here's that thing. No. Okay, so you do got specials in here. I gotta figure that out. Well, at least the I guess we just missed the opportunity. I think you're supposed to like hit it or something. Okay, so most of the input commands are forward, forward, and the face button. But forward, forward B seems to be the flying kick or whatever, and then I don't think forward Y does anything. At least for Donnie. Okay, it does. It's you have like a running dash. It's pretty cool. Bruh, no. Oh my god. How do you do that slide? Can I do it? I can counter it at least. I don't know how to interact with that thing. Dang, that freaking punch is interrupting everything. Nah, you about to go down, bro. I'm not. Yes. I mean, like the sprite work though is really good. Like I'm surprised. I've never actually played this. Probably another expensive one. I don't know. Okay, just some palette swaps of the colors for the pictures, but that's fine. I mean, characters too, really. And we're not really using any weapons though, unless there's a way to do that. Okay, so holding back to block. I've been wondering about that. I've been taking hits like crazy. Get off me. Alright. That's interesting. Very interesting. Alright. Got the Game Boy versions, and I think that's it. Yeah. So, Fall of the Foot Clan. I'm not a big fan of those, but I will show them off. I wonder if you can make it the old green screen. That would be kind of cool if that was an option, but I didn't really go to check and see. It might have been a thing. Donnie. Oh, the buttons are backwards. Okay, so jumping is Y, attacking is B. Pretty good chiptune. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's such an interesting, it's so interesting to play it with such a, you know, it feels like there's not like a lot on the screen at one time. But it's simple enough to play. I mean, honestly, I see what they're going for with this. Like, if I was playing this on my Game Boy back in the day, I would have been pretty happy. But yeah, it's probably my least played versions of the games, to be honest. But yeah, it's not bad. Okay. We shall save. Got to start winding things down here. Alright, so back from the sewers. We'll play that one now. Level, normal, BGM test. Okay. Act 1. Same buttons. Okay, now jumping is B in this one, and attack is Y. Not sure why it was different. Maybe that's how it was in the original game. Maybe the B and A were swapped or something in the first game. I see some improvements in the sprites. Gotta juke him in this game. Yeah, it was gonna hit me regardless. I was like, how am I gonna get around this guy? Oh, that flip is pretty awesome. I like that. Okay, we got our health back. Let's go. I don't think the Game Gear had any Turtles games, now that I think about it. I think they were only on Game Boy. Yeah, I could be wrong, but man, I never thought about that though. Like, did the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear, have any Turtles games? I know it had, its version of Power Rangers was really good though. Man, that was a great game. I played through those again recently. Well, somewhat recently. When I did the DIY project, the Odroid Go. Sadly, my Odroid Go is actually experiencing issues. I'm not really sure. Like, it's just freaking out. Like, the image is, like, going in and out on it, like the display. I'm not really sure what happened with that. But anywho. But yeah, I can definitely still play, you know, some classic Game Boy games on the Pocket Go at least, and it's a little bit better quality. So I'm probably going to be looking for these. But now, I mean, at least I have these on the technically still on the go in a better, you know, better quality, best quality it can be, I think. So, yeah, this game for the Switch is a must. It's running, everything's running great. I mean, you figure these games shouldn't take much to actually, you know, power them anyway. Like, shouldn't be too resource heavy. So, yeah, it's just really cool to be able to have this collection. That's the pause screen. I like that. All right, we will save and show you the last game. Now, very interesting. The third Turtles game on Game Boy, it actually was a Metroidvania, so I'm very excited to kind of mess with this and see what's going on with it. Got a password system, so thankfully we can save states because, man, saving passwords, some of them were kind of ridiculous to remember. I know the ones in Mega Man were crazy long passwords, especially like Mega Man X and stuff like that. Yeah, you gotta rescue your brothers, you know what I'm saying? And this one actually had a little bit better, a better layout, you know, than the other games. It seemed like there was like not much room to see ahead of you in those games. Whereas this one, you know, it being a Metroidvania. Oh, yeah, you can float. Forgot about that. Oh, it doesn't attack though. Oh, the enemies just come back. Oh, no. Yeah, it's like a true Metroidvania. The enemies just respawn. Jump kicking, we can that's pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna let you live, bro. Oh, I guess I will. He got away. They see, the problem is as soon as you go off screen, they've respawned. Like that's pretty rough. That's actually a lot more tougher than like Metroid and Castlevania, you know, Symphony of the Night and stuff like that. I think when you left the room, that's when they came back. But this one, like if you go off screen, they're gone. They come back. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Time to go ahead and close this down, but I think Radical Rescue is the one I'll definitely play. I'll probably play through all of them at some point, but Radical Rescue seems like the one, you know, that's gonna be definitely the one to kind of play through, like more length to it, you know. But the other ones they're decently fun, right? All right. Oh, let's see if they have if you can make it a green screen. Nope. Helpful map icons. Yeah, you can turn that on, so that way you know where certain stuff is, since it's a Metroidvania. But yeah, just curious to see if it gave us those options, you know. But it's cool we get Japanese versions for each game, you know. That's, man, I am thoroughly pleased with this. I appreciate you for rocking with me all this time. I know it was kind of a long video, but I wanted to go ahead and showcase as much as I could to give you an idea of what to expect with this. I hope I did a good job of doing that. Yeah, we're going to leave it there, you know. And if you like what you saw, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Remember to keep it locked to Snowly Games for all of your indie game, third-party game, tech review coverage, and sometimes Nintendo and retro games thrown in the mix. All right, have a good one. Take care.
Futuristic classic. Futuristic classic. Time is of the essence. I feel like I had mastered. Futuristic classic. Futuristic classic. It's always moving forward, so I'm never moving backwards.